Good morning, everybody. This is Eric Lofholm. I want to welcome all of you to our 15-minute morning sales boost call. Shout out to Jenna for leading yesterday's call. It was a kind of wild because I opened up the call from the air. I was flying to San Diego, and I normally would have not done it that way. I would have had somebody else open up the call, and it created a risk situation where the call might not have been able to get started. And that's not, I'm adverse to risk. And so it was uncomfortable that I was put myself in that situation by not having it more organized. But regardless of all that, shout out to Jenna for powerfully leading the call. And you're going to be seeing more of that in the future, more of me introducing you to people like Jenna. Bill led a referral call yesterday for our community. Some of you were on there. If any of you are not on there, you didn't know about it, and you want to learn about referrals, send me a message, a text message, email, or direct message on social media, and ask me to put you in touch with Bill. And he's a referral expert, and he did a class, and he did a free month of referral training yesterday. So that was cool. So I'm going to be doing more of that, having you hear from other voices, other areas of expertise. And what I want to start off with today is some practical uses of AI. And I've been getting in lately into building AI agents. I'm going to call it AI agents for beginners. So perfect training if you've never built an agent before. And I like practical things that can help me be more successful. I'm not interested in going down the AI rabbit hole. And I had this idea of a problem that I have. Maybe you have this problem where you're sending texts for for business purposes to grow your business, and then some of the messages get lost in your text threads. In other words, you have this opportunity, and maybe you're supposed to do something, you're supposed to follow up with somebody, and it's just buried in your text thread or your LinkedIn direct messenger thread. You are communicating with people over LinkedIn, and then they express interest in something you're offering, and then it gets lost, or your Facebook Messenger thread, or it could be in your email thread. You're emailing people. Do any of you ever have that problem? Just type yes in the chat if you're like me and you have that issue as well, because I have that issue. And so I thought, why don't I create an agent where, using the text thread, for example, so I would go into my phone, and I would find a text, and then I would screenshot it. So just take a screenshot and then go into Chat GPT. You can do it with Claude 2. Put the screenshot in a post, in a prompt rather, in the area where and then you would say, put this on my text follow-up list and keep it all nice and organized for me. I'm like, that would be great. I'm going to build that agent. And I thought, well, I need it for Facebook, and then I need it for LinkedIn. I need it for email. Just take a screenshot. All right. So I built that agent this morning. At least I created the prompts for it. And I'm going to train on that, and I'll show you exactly on my screen on Saturday. And there's going to be a bunch of other cool stuff I'm going to teach you as well. So Saturday, you can come live. It's 8 to 11 Saturday morning, Pacific Standard Time. And if you're already busy, just watch the replay. So I just put the link in the chat. We have hundreds of people registered. It's going to be a great class. Here's the next level of it. The next level is you get the agent to talk to your CRM. And I'm not there yet, but I'm going to get there in the near future. But just in your thinking, think, okay, screenshot of my text, upload it into AI. AI will keep track of it. Next level, you connect the AI to your CRM. And how you want to think about it is like you have apps on your phone. So if I want to be able to do banking on my phone, then I get the banking app. and I can be on my smartphone. It's connecting me to my bank. So you can connect your CRM to your AI. All right, next idea. I'm going to give you one other AI tip. And I got a download on this one. It was yesterday or today, that there's a language to AI. And what I mean by that is you've got to get in there and really start understanding, what is this thing? So your brain can be in harmony with it. So this morning when I was thinking about this tech situation, I was like, oh, I'll just build an AI agent and it'll solve that. But in order to do that, you have to have the idea of an AI agent understanding that in your mind. So I want you to think about a language of AI, and I would invite you to not resist it. It's up to you. You do what you want. But I think there's a lot of value in embracing it so it can help you do more prospecting outreach and do better follow-up and improve the quality of your sales presentation. For example, I am working on my social media game, and one of the things on a video on social media is the hook. So you can engage with AI and say, hey, I want to do a video and this is what it's about, and can you give me a hook? And that'll get you more views. So that would be a way of, the language is a hook. And then how do I ask AI for the hook? And then what do I do with the hook? All right, next thing I want to talk to you about is being 7+. And this is something that is a regular part of my conversation with all of you, and it has to do with measuring effort daily. So what I do is subconsciously and consciously, I play at a 7, 8, 9, or a 10 every business day. Bar none, no questions asked. It's a non-negotiable. It's just how I show up. 7, 8, 9, or 10. And it has to do with the idea of measuring effort daily. Most people don't think like that. They're not thinking in terms of, well, what level am I playing at? They're only thinking that if they ask the question. But it's not a part of their culture, right, of how they operate. So if you make it a part of your culture, measuring effort daily, and you create a minimum standard, and you just make a decision that this is how I'm going to show up in the world, and there's no magic in 7, it could be a hybrid of that. There may be a different way that you would express effort other than a scale of 1 to 10. 1 to 10 is one way of doing it. That's not the big idea to measure effort 1 to 10. The big idea is for you to have a standard in your mind. This is how I show up. We talked yesterday about producing. That's an ongoing conversation that we have on this call. And to realize that you're a producer, and there's people on the planet that are not producers, nor should they be. Right? Youth, they're busy being youth and they're not out producing. Some youth are producing. Some young folks, I got in the workforce at age 7. I started producing at age 7, but that's not common. So a bunch of the youth are not producing it, then they're not expected to. They're in school. And then the elderly that have chosen to no longer work, or they are unable to work, or somebody who has a health issue, or there's people that should be working that aren't. And then there's us. Your job is to produce because there's people that are counting on you. Okay? So really getting present to that. That if you go through the motions in a day and you don't produce, you're letting people down. I'm letting my wife down if I don't produce. I'm letting my daughter down if I don't produce. I might be letting you down if I don't produce. I'm letting Vicky down or anybody on my team down. I'm letting my vendors down if I'm not out there producing, right? The money that I make producing allows me to hire more people. The future people that I can't hire because I didn't produce, I'm letting them down. So if you could get, when I'm talking about 7+, go, oh, that actually applies to me. Some of you live in an idea of you're inconsistent. I don't live in that idea. I'm consistent. I am massive action. Some of you might say, I'm a procrastinator. I'm a procrastinator is not in alignment with who you want to become. Have your language be in alignment with who you are and who you want to become. So the next thing I want to talk to you about, we got one more idea. And this is something we'll have this conversation ongoingly, and it's uniquely qualified. What are you uniquely qualified to do? I am uniquely qualified to encourage people. Why? Because it's part of my gifting. God just gave me that one. Eric, you're an encourager. And it's just intuitive to me because it's part of my gifting. Okay? I'm uniquely qualified to teach sales. That was not my gifting. I struggled in sales until I was professionally trained. And I've been selling full time since 1992. So thousands and thousands of sales presentations, and I've taught people all over the world that blah, 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 right? Not blah, 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 but ongoingly I've been in this conversation. So I am uniquely qualified. But this isn't about me, it's about you. What are you uniquely qualified to do? So I'm talking to this woman this morning. She's a doctor, and now she's a coach of doctors and of attorneys. And she's learned all these amazing things on how to help them with their mindset. So she is uniquely qualified to coach doctors and attorneys. Attorneys aren't doctors, but they're professionals. They're in the same family. You go to college for a lot of years, and the level of stress is similar. And so here's the thing, though. What I was coaching her on was to own that she's the one. She's the one to help those people. She's uniquely qualified to be a thought leader in that space. And if that lands with her, she could go out and make an absolute fortune. Like, have more money than she'd ever need in her life. Out of getting connected to what she's uniquely qualified for. Well, what about you? What are you uniquely qualified for? And I want you to own it. I don't want you, oh, that's no big deal, or if I owned it, that would be bragging. I mean, you don't have to go shout from the rooftops. You can, but this is not a conversation about shouting from the rooftops. This is a conversation about you realizing who you are. And uniquely qualified is one way of evidence. The evidence of your greatness. It's like one thing to say, I'm great, I'm extraordinary, I'm unique, I'm talented. Okay, where's the evidence? Part of the evidence is what you're uniquely qualified to do. Part of the evidence is what's your gifting. Some of you were born super organized. You're just great at organization. And some of you are great communicators. And some of you are great with kids. And some of you are great with public speaking. And some of you are great with technology. And some of you are great with your hands. You can build stuff. And some of you are great. Your empathy is part of your gifting. And so you acknowledge, I have gifts. It's not a brag. That's just what you were born with. And then there's the skills that you've developed. This is your evidence. What are you uniquely qualified for? That's your evidence of extraordinary you. Have accurate thinking about your greatness. So I wrap many calls with this. Take today through the finish line with a great attitude, a positive mindset, playing at a 7, 8, 9, or a 10. If you're willing to have a great day today, take the day to the finish line with a great attitude. Just type the word yes in the chat. It's going to wrap up our call. I'm going to take me off a spotlight so I can see you guys. Doug, thanks for joining today. Dennis, great to have you in class. Derek, thanks for joining. Kimberly, thanks for being here today. Diana, thanks for joining. Russ, great to have you. Diane, thanks for being here. Jacques, thanks for joining today. Kim, great to see you. Lynn, have a great day. Julie, thank you for joining. Sheila is one of the elite trainers in the world today. Thank you for joining today. Lynn, great to have you in class today. Marcus, thanks for joining. Janine, thanks for joining. Thanks for the emojis. Eric, thanks for the emojis. Eric, I got your agreement yesterday. Excited to be working with you. Nargis, thanks for joining today. Kathy, great to have you in class today. Marie, you have greatness inside of you. Frank, thanks for showing up today. Carol, self-image, that's you. You're the star, Carol. Dr. Renee, thanks for joining. And with your friend, Dr. Renee. That's awesome. Thank you both for showing up today. Great to see you. Christina, you're an elite coach. Okan, thanks for being here. Urban, thanks for joining. Jeffrey, thank you for that Zoom background. Max, thanks for joining today. iPhone, great to have you. Jay, Mr. Consistency. Thomas, thanks for showing up today. Gina, thanks for joining today. Howard, great to have you. Karen, thanks for joining. Greta, great to have you in class. Anthony, thanks for joining today. Yvette, thank you for being here. Karen, thanks for joining today. Neil, great to see you. Jenny, 20K. Joseph, looking forward to working with you in the AI program. Hale, you're about to have a breakthrough in sales. Chris, thanks for joining. Dwight, great to have you in class today. Russ, thanks for joining. We'll see. Kathy, thank you for being here today. Just scanning through, I want to make sure I said everybody's name. I hope I got everybody. Have a great rest of your day, guys. We'll talk to y'all later. Kimberly, have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.